Hey,
Welcome in. I'm
thank
Shay.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Shay.
I just had a few questions.
Okay.
But first off, how are you? How are you dealing with the release and everything? How are you celebrating?
So we're at the party, as many people could probably tell by all the psychos behind me.
Yep.
But I'm really enjoying it. It's been a long time. The team has been working super hard on this game and pouring everything into it to make it a really, really awesome experience and make it the best Borderlands that we've made.
Nice. Hell yeah. So cool. First off, who came up with the walking turrets?
Well, there's a couple, right? Do you mean the guns with legs, like the
Yeah,
two-wheelers?
and like the flying
So
around ones.
So our gun team is exceptional. All of those different types of reload animations and a lot of the different mechanics that come with TDR weapons and really all of the guns. It's actually, those ideas can come from all over the place. But our gun leads like Grant Kao and Jet Surratt, they are on the design side. But then we also have people like Jimmy Barnett and Asia Hawkins who work on the hard surface art, and all of these people who kind of work in there with animation and effects. Everybody comes up with crazy ideas all the
Yeah.
time, and they're just like, "Hey, what if we did this, or what if we did that?" And that was one of those things where we saw the response that people saw whenever we had it in one of our Borderlands 3 trailers. It was like, "Okay, cool. People really love this, and so let's keep going and let's expand on it."
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, next question. If you were to collaborate with a franchise to add into Borderlands, who would you choose?
I could go multiple directions with this. What I will say, because I've thought about this before, it would be, and I don't know how this would work, but Mortal Kombat.
Oh, sick. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would love, like, our guys, Josh Shifko, the enemy design team, and all of the people who are a part of that and tech art, they really try to do a great job of making those enemies pop
Yeah.
and die in really cool ways.
Yeah.
And I've always thought about that. Like, I would love if, like, we could get, like, Krieg in Mortal Kombat or something like that. Like, you could see him, like, riding in on his meat bicycle for the intro, and then he pulls
Yes.
out, and he's like fatalities and all kinds of stuff.
That
Like,
would be so
I think
sick.
I think it would mesh really well.
Yeah. That's a very that's a very good answer. I have a lot of people in chat who are Creek fans.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your favorite Borderlands game to work on?
I would have to say Borderlands 3
Borderlands 3.
because on that game I was the producer over the world team, a lot of our pipeline teams like audio and effects and animation. And so being able to work so closely and kind of really be in there and help those teams and help to cultivate that creativity, it was really, really cool to be able to do that. And then, going in and looking at how do we put out demos for the press and doing these different events like E3 and things like that
Yeah.
was really awesome to do. But I also really loved working on the pre-sequel. But my role in that, I did some mocap
Yeah, I
for the
saw it.
Final
Yeah, yeah,
Guardian.
yeah. That's very
Um,
cool.
I'm also did Dunk Watson,
Nice.
which there might be a finale in this game for that arc.
Oh,
There's different ones that are really near and dear to me, but I think overall Borderlands 3.
very cool. Very cool. That's the one that I haven't gotten to yet, but been loving Borderlands 4 so far.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, of course. After everything that you've been asked today, is there anything that you would like to bring to light about Borderlands 4, like the art or anything that you've had to direct or produce that you haven't been asked about?
Not anything directly, but I would say just everything that we have done. We've taken what we learned, we've taken what we've seen, we've taken what the industry has given us, and just taken it up a notch. We saw things with our movement, for example, in Borderlands 3. We just added a couple of things. We had the butt slam from pre-sequel in there.
Yep.
But we also added, things that aren't new to the industry, like mantling and sliding. And it was cool to be able to do that. But we really, kind of quadrupled down this time and adding our movement suite with gliding, dodging, double jumping. Like, all of those different things has made it to where combat and approaching combat has been so much cooler, and just ripping up the different like fire extinguishers and propane
Yep.
tanks and with the grapple and throwing them at people and
Yep.
double jumping over and like doing all that stuff is really cool. So I think that like just as an example of that, we've taken that and kind of bolstered everything up, 40 notches.
That's so cool. Everything so far in the game feels so fluid, like all the combat, throwing things, grabbing things, sliding.
Thank you.
So great.
The team has worked really, really hard on it.
I believe it. It's really cool. What is the name of your favorite gun in all of Borderlands, or the most iconic one that comes to mind?
The name of my favorite gun. So I'll tell you, my favorite gun to use of so I've worked on Borderlands since Borderlands 2.
Mhm.
But my favorite gun, just because of my play style and running with Amara in Borderlands 3, was the Brainstormer,
Cool.
because you could hit somebody and then it goes out to all the enemies around them, and you can just keep piling on. And as I level up and as I spec into my skills, I can just go around jumping into people and just pulling the trigger and just electrocuting everybody.
Hell yeah. Very cool. Let's see. Okay, this one might be like hard to think about. I don't know. But what was your first foot in the door moment? Like someone who inspired you, acknowledged your work, or your first like game release? What was the moment that you thought that you like made it?
I think, first of all, Gearbox has been so awesome to me. And being able to come up through, I started as a QA tester because I just wanted to get my foot in it. I'm a level design by practice, but I really wanted to jump in and understand a holistic view. And they respected that and appreciated it. And, my leadership helped me to kind of change that path and move on. But whenever I was a QA lead, I was able to pitch. Everybody in the studio is allowed to make pitches, and we were working on a game called Battleborn. And whenever we worked on that, we had multiple DLC characters, and we had 5 that we were going to come out with at first.
Yeah.
And so they took studio pitches, and I was a QA lead, so I kind of knew like what I felt we were missing and what would have been really cool to have on the field. And so I pitched 2. One was Alani, and one was Beatrix, for anybody in the chat who may remember them. And both of them got chosen. And so like that to me, and being able to work with them, because I was able to work alongside the effects artist, the art director, the animators, everybody to help it come to life as a QA lead. And that really showed me like anybody with a creative mind and passion can do what they need to really put out really awesome content at this company. So
That
I
is
think
so
was it for
cool.
me.
Congratulations. I'm
Thanks.
being told to wrap up, so thank you so
You're
much
very
again.
welcome.
Congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much.
Go
Enjoy the game.
celebrate. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much again.
Have a good one.
Goodbye.